Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. Happy Thursday. Listen, y'all, sorry I'm late, honey. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. But I had to be a mom real quick. Mic check real quick while we're in the building. Can y'all tell me if y'all can hear me or not? Can someone please say yay or nay? Y'all let me know. Tell me if y'all can hear me in the chat. I'll just wait till somebody tells me if they can hear me clearly, and then we gonna get into the mess. Okay, because this right here was a fool. Do you hear me? Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. Well, hey, y'all. Listen, Decision Day Part 2. First off, Reese, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. If you are joining me live, thank y'all for joining me, honey, because I know y'all got something else to do, but y'all gonna get into it about Decision Day with me. If you are watching the replay, there are chapters, so you do not have to sit through the entire thing. Okay. After I do a live, I normally add chapters so you can get into it on your own accord. Okay. Now let's speak to all the people. Hey, Reese. Hey, BG. Hey, See Me Vlog. Hey, K Sherelle. Hey, Chantel. Hey, Calvi. Hey, Too Much Tequila. Honey, these people on this episode act like they had too much tequila, and we're going to get into that. Hey, Angela. Hey, Love Rika. Hey, Shelby. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Natalie. Hey, FAMU. Hey, Icon by Nature. Hey, Nikki B. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Amanda. Hey, The Writings on My Heart. Marcia, or is it Marcia? I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Mary. Hey, Gwen. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Make It Make Sense Queen. Hey, TV Views. Hey, Like Whoa. Hey, Blue Panda. Blue Panda said, I am in your town this week, really enjoying Houston. Oh, you like it out here, girl? What you doing? Hey, Ariana. Girl, stay away from the men, okay? Okay, they be looking good and smelling good and standing tall, honey. They can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. Hey, the Artsy Fartsy Squad. Hey, Berta. Hey, Venus. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Justika. Hey, Loops Through Loops. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Taria. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hey, Dr. Ivy Pearl. Hey, Akara. Hey, Just Jim. Hey, Keymoja. Hold on. Hey, Gila. Hey, C. Flint. All right, y'all. Let's just get into the mess. Hey, to everybody that is joining me on this live, there are 358 of you in the building so that we can discuss part 2 of Decision Day. And y'all know I came with the visuals, okay? These people. These people. I got some things to say, honey. There were some revelations made. There were things that make you go, I was thinking the whole time, I know you in line. Okay, I know you lying. Okay, especially about Aries, honey. We're gonna get into Airhead real quick. Okay, he ain't fooling me. But anywho, hey to everybody. I don't want to keep y'all too long, but y'all know I'm long-winded, so it's probably gonna be long anyway. But I don't want to go through speaking to every 384th person on the live because then we'll be here all damn night. So let's get into the mess. Child, this right here is a fool. All right. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new live review for Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 5000. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Please don't hesitate to hit the like button. If you are in the chat, please hit the like button. Okay, for your girl. Child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it, honey. Let's just get into it because it's foolishness. Okay, it's no other way to put it. It's foolishness. So when the episode first opens up, Kirsten is like, you know what? I have been thinking, even after I had been singing, and I think that we should stay married. I would like to stay married to you. So then Shaquille goes, I want to love you through thick and thin, but as a man, I just don't feel like I can give you everything that you need and everything that you desire. I just feel like we're not there. So I would like a divorce. Why are you crying? Why? Why are your eyes wet? Okay, this is what you wanted. You decided that you wanted a divorce. Now, initially seeing this, I was like, okay, he finna get on my nerves. Okay, he finna piss me off. But then I thought about it and I was like, maybe he's crying because he feels bad for hurting Kirsten. You know, she was doing all that singing, honey. Don't make me play the tape. Don't make me roll the beautiful bean footage. But maybe he was feeling like, okay, I kind of hurt her feelings. I'm kind of embarrassing her a little bit. And, you know, I'm really just not living in my truth. No way. So I feel kind of bad. Okay. And I done dragged this woman in and I just feel bad. So the answer is no. Okay. It's a hell no for me. And Dr. Pepper sitting over there looking like, what? Whoa. Oh my gosh. So she looks over at Pastor Calvin. He looking at her. I'm like, what is going on? Baby, they're looking at each other in utter confusion. Why are y'all confused? Why are y'all confused? This is a product of your doing. Nobody told you to put Shaquille in his suits and his bow ties and his sewing machine over here with Kirsten and her head full of marbles. Nobody asked you to do that. Okay. And so now this is what you get and you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit. Child. And so she was like, well, I'm just sorry. Look, Dr. Peppers, Master P, we're going to need you to take a break. Okay, we're going to need you to probably sit next season out. We're not saying forever. This is not forever. This is just farewell for now. Okay, because you need a break. You're sleepy. You're sleepy. You're tired. It just, baby, she said, I'm sorry. It's a fool. Okay. Pastor Cal was like, he's never going to find anybody better than Kirsten. Let me stop you right there, Pastor Calvin. Okay. Now I know that you are basing this on Kirsten's looks, but Kirsten and Shaq both got a problem. Now I told y'all several reviews back. I think it was episode like 97, honey, because I don't know what episode we on. I told y'all, I said Shaquille is selfish and he's manipulative and he wants Kirsten to travel the globe and not have any kind of a career. Everything must revolve around him. He said out of his mouth, I started to feel alone. Shaquille, are you crazy? How were you feeling alone? We saw footage of you come in the house and not say one word to Kirsten, not hug her, not kiss her, no good morning, no good night, no nothing. When you wanted her to travel with you, she did that. Then you claim she didn't do it, but she said y'all had a conversation and you said it was fine that she stayed behind. I don't want to keep hearing about her going to see the mentees. I don't want to keep hearing about it. I don't want to keep hearing about it. Baby, it's for the best. Okay. Kirsten was not the greatest choice, and neither was Shaq. And the two of them together was an absolute no. So what he said was not wrong. They should not continue as a married couple. But boy, gone. Moving forward. So he's standing there looking like a clown. Hey, clown, in your clown suit, like you like to do. So he's standing there looking like a court jester, talking about, just in my heart, as a man, I just couldn't see forever with Kirsten and just be in peace. I got to be in peace. Oh, okay. So Kirsten was like, wait a minute, hell no. They were playing some sweet music. Let me tell y'all something. The way they abruptly cut that music when Kirsten stepped on the scene, Kirsten said, why are you crying? I'm the one that should be crying. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you set your expectations so high and nobody's going to be able to reach those things. So, baby, she turned around and she was like, bye, deuces. He said, well, I just feel like as a man, boy, be quiet. So then we move on over. In the next scene, we see Jasmine and Airhead and they moving out. Okay. He couldn't be happier. So they getting ready to pack up these boxes. And, he got his shoes on in the house and whatnot. Remember, he said that was a problem. So he's happy to get on up out of here. So as they're packing, Jasmine's like, they started talking a little bit. He said, well, how do you feel about it? She said, I'm a little sad. I was just starting to get acclimated to the space. It had been 2 months. I was just starting to get my groove. He's like, yeah, I understand you. So then he says to her, I'm sorry, she says to him, and also I'm going to have to start over. He said, I don't feel like I'm going to have to start over. She said, yes, you are. He said, well, it wasn't no big deal. It was only 2 months. It's not like we had kids together. Oh, okay. So you didn't give a damn. You were just riding it out until the end. That's what that told me. So Jasmine, baby, you did the right thing because Eris is not in it was not in it at all. He sat here and told this woman, well, I mean, start over. I mean, I don't feel like that. I mean, it was only 2 months. He really treated this like an experiment. It's a whole fool. So then he gonna have the unmitigated gall to say, can I come over and visit Duchess? For what? Okay, for what? So Jasmine was like, yeah, you can come scoop her up. He said, no, I'll pick her up. No, I said visit. See, you're a deadbeat dog dad. Jasmine, if you're going to let him see Duchess, he's going to have to pay dog support. Not child support, but dog support. He's going to have to bring some kibbles and bits or something. Do not come empty-handed. You're already starting. You showing me how you're going to be as a co-parent. It's giving nothing, okay? Now I'm going to pick it up. I said I'm going to come visit it. You do not need to come snooping around my house, rubbing on my dog's collar, and then tiptoeing your ass down the sidewalk. Absolutely not. And don't think you're finna come over here and try to sleep with me off camera when you don't want nothing to do with me on camera. Because, see, I got your number, and you ain't fooling me. So, Jasmine, do not let that man come over there and pet your dog. Don't let him pet you. Don't let him pet your dog. Don't let him touch you, okay? And if he gonna come over, he needs to come with some dog support. He needs to pay child support, and that's just the bottom line. Oh, child, I'm trying to get some money out of him. Oh, child, it's a fool and I'm a fool. Child, let's continue. Moving forward. So then we get on over here with Clint and Gina and Hank. Okay, this was the only true love story of the entire season. I mean, we got Chris and Nicole, but they don't give me the feels. Clint and Hank, they are a match made in doggy heaven. So, you know, Clint is being Clint and Gina is being Gina. Honey, she couldn't wait to take that ring off. I think she took it off and walked in and then put it back on and took it off again. I said, girl, wait a minute. Why are you taking that ring off so many times? She was like, well, you know, he just made me see some things, and I'm pretty happy that I was able to get through something like this. Get through something like what? Spending 2 months with a man who was waiting on you hand and foot and listened about that damn salon day in and day out. He was sitting there entertaining your little salon stylist friends, playing around the shampoo bowl, babysitting your damn dog, making your po' boys, rubbing your feet, staying away from you when you say to stay away from you, having fun because that's all he knew to do, and make sure that he didn't make you uncomfortable. What is it exactly that you made it through? I said, what now? Oh, okay. Anyway, so then she goes, well, I'm going out of town. So, I mean, if you want to keep Hank, you can. She's using you as a babysitter. But since you like Hank and you were willing to pay 10 G's, I'm going to go and let you keep him. But if it were me and Clint, I'm speaking directly to you, honey, I would not keep her dog, child, using you as a dog sitter. And she said she was not attracted to you in the slightest. And we're going to get to that. So in the next scene, we see Shaquille packing up these boxes. Boy, gone. So he sits down and has a conversation with his friend Bryce. So they're on the phone. And he goes, yeah, you know, Kirsten already moved her stuff out. Well, she didn't have much. All she probably had was a flat iron, some weave glue, some eyelash glue, 2 pairs of underwear, and a shirt. We saw where she came from, honey. That place was not even lived in. Okay, so she packed her stuff up and got out before you could even come back. So then he says to the friend, I hope there's no hard feelings. I mean, I hope she's not upset. Meanwhile, y'all look at Kirsten with both the middle fingers up. Oh, honey. Classy with a savage side. I'm a savage, huh? Classy, bougie, ratchet, huh? Baby Kirsten is in her feelings. Now she turned around and did a jump and put up 2 middle fingers. I said, not middle fingers to the sky. Kirsten, what is wrong with you? Baby, when I saw that, I said, this has to be included, honey. Kirsten, you are one of a kind, child. You are really one of a kind. In the next scene, Clint calls his friend, his little quarantine buddy, and they're talking, and they ain't talking about nothing. Gina didn't want him. He didn't want Gina. He ready to get back into the, pull up his roster, get back on the boat. He couldn't do things with Gina that he wanted to do. Gina was always talking about the salon. He's back home. He gets to see Hank, and that's it. Moving forward. Now, this right here was a trip, y'all. Now, McKinley is willing to do whatever to get screen time. McKinley has somehow coerced these people into thinking that him and his friend, whose basement he was living in, he was going to go get this house. Boy, you went from the basement to a 19-bedroom home suitable for a 6-person family. Get out of here, McKinley. Get out of here and quit playing in my face and quit playing with these people and quit playing with these people's homes. I said, what in the Airbnb? You ain't gonna live here. What's going on? So they have the audacity to FaceTime Kirsten. He's like, hey, just trying to see how we get in this place. It should be open. Kirsten, get off the line. And Mac, get out of my face. Okay? You cannot but make me believe that you are going to this house to purchase said house after coming out that basement. You ain't got a wife. You ain't got, I mean, you got your dogs, but they're somewhere else. Why would you need a house this big? What? I don't have time. I do not have time. I'm like, what are you doing? Why do you need a house this large? And why are you calling Kirsten to show you via FaceTime said house? Anything to get some camera time, honey. It's giving Alyssa. Moving forward. So they get inside the house. They looking around. Oh, I like the high beams. You see those ceilings? Oh my gosh, look at that chandelier. Is that one hanging? Oh my God. Is that a Monet? They looking at, oh, that's a Picasso. Baby, no. Okay, you're not getting this house. So stop playing these people's homes. It's staged. It was a lie. And it got on my nerves. And then the friend that he was looking at the home with, she goes, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit out of his price range. She didn't know she was supposed to lie. Friend, a word. You were supposed to lie for McKinley because he's playing in our faces and he wants you to play in our faces right along with him. Anyway, moving on over to Kirsten. She's now at home and she said things are going good. She's like, business is booming. Mm-hmm. She said, I'm just going to keep on pressing forward for the next man that I'm going to marry. Well, I hope you don't sing for him. Let me tell you something, Kirsten. I really do think that was the deciding factor. They can say whatever they want. But when you blew it Acapulco, Shaquille no longer was interested. And not for the fact that he tricked you into Kirsten and I consummated our marriage. Y'all consummated your marriage and he still saying no? Okay. I'm going to let the comment section deal with that, honey. I don't have time. So her friend comes over. Friend sits down and she's like, girl, he don't have enough nerve to say no. And then started crying. So the friend was like, well, why exactly did he say no? Did he say? She said, girl, he said something about I was not nurturing. I was never there for him, but I was nurturing him. I was trying. Like nothing is ever good enough. You and Shaquille are saying the exact same things. Shaquille is saying that you feel like he feels like nothing is good enough for you. And you're saying that nothing is good enough for Shaquille. The two of you were not good enough for each other. So Kirsten goes, yeah, I just want a partner. Like, it don't even matter at this point. Like, I just need somebody to co-parent with. That face on this friend. I said, baby, that was me. I said, Kirsten, what are you saying? The friend was looking like, no, ma'am, we will not voluntarily be a baby mama. We will wait until we get married. Kirsten then turned into Fantasia. It's about time we had our own song. Don't know what took so long. Cause nowadays it's like a badge of honor to be a baby mama. Girl, if you don't shut up. I said, Kirsten losing her mind. Kirsten said she just want to be a child's mother, honey. Let's co-parent. Child, this is a mess. Moving forward. So after that, Gina hops on the phone with her mom, but I'm going to put the salon next to her because that's all she cares about. She was spewing out some mess that didn't make no sense to me. Starts to talk to her friend and says, you know what? I mean, it's just, I was just never attracted to him, like in the slightest. I didn't feel anything. And it's just like his sense of humor. It was kind of like a class clown. It was very bizarre. It was weird. Gina, I do not think you know the meaning of bizarre. The man was just having some fun with you. I bet if he was fine and you were attracted to him, all those little jokes would have been hilarious. You would have been kikiing all up and through the 8 weeks. But because it was Clint and you were not physically attracted to him, he's a class clown and he's bizarre. You're giving little weirdo, honey. You ain't getting no more of my energy. Goodbye and good luck and Godspeed. Moving forward. So then Jasmine meets up with Aunt Pat. Hey, Aunt Pat. So Jasmine meets up back at the family home because, she moved back into her childhood bedroom, equipped with toddlers and tiaras or whatever they got up in there, honey. She's a beauty queen and whatnot. So she's in the house and she's unpacking. So Aunt Pat was like, what's going on? Like, why he didn't want to stay married to you? And she was like, girl, he didn't even try. So She's looking down at the photo album and she goes, I mean, he looks happy here. Too bad it was a lie. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. Everything about him was a lie. And it further lets me know that he was a lie when we get to his part. We're going to get to that. So then Aunt Pat goes outside and she's like, I just don't understand why he would do this. I was thinking of him as a nephew. I was thinking of him as a gentleman and a scholar. And I was like, wait a minute, Aunt Pat, slow your roll, Smoking Joe. We don't know Aries. It's been 2 months. Why were you thinking of him as all these great things? Girl, anyway. So she goes, I mean, I'm a little biased, but if he wanted to be married, he would have stayed married to you. He doesn't want to be married. So here's Jasmine, steady making excuses for him. No. He wants to be married. He just wants. She said, no. Ain't he the one that said he ain't never been in love? How are you 39 and you've never been in love? He doesn't want to be married. Okay. And that's just it. And that's just all. You ain't finna play in Aunt Patricia face. Okay. She was like, listen, girl, he's a lie and the truth ain't in him. And so Jasmine was like, well, I mean, he did say he wanted to visit Duchess. She said, what do you want to visit Duchess for? I know that's right. Let me tell you something. This woman right here is my kind of relative. I need somebody like Aunt Pat that I can call and gossip with and really get into it. This is my kind of person. So she was like, why he want to visit Duchess? So Jasmine goes, well, I mean, he really don't want to visit her. He just saying that. But I mean, Duchess did like him. She said she ain't like him. She just liked him because he was living with her mama. Oh, baby. Aunt Pat, when I tell you you are my kind of woman, baby, get into it. Jasmine, good luck. In the next scene, we see Shaq playing in the gym. Boy, goodbye. Back over with Airhead, he is welcomed back into the streets. Now, y'all get this. They pan the camera over to this man named Cheese. And so I'm looking at Cheese like, say what now? And at the bottom on the caption, it says Eris's roommate. Now, we have been through 76 weeks with Eris, and he ain't never mentioned that he had no roommate. It was all a lie. Everything about him was smoke and mirrors. I knew when he took her to that room that was not the master bedroom, I was like, what is this little side bedroom? And why are all your shoes and said side bedroom? But everybody was saying, me sure you're too mean. You're so mean to Eris. And and he had a roommate the entire time. I'm like, so you wanted a swagged out sneakerhead to come lay head to foot and play PS5 with you and your roommate. Anyway, so this is the roommate's girlfriend. Her name is Raven. So she comes in. She's like, why is there only 3 people? There are only 3 shots. What's going on? He's like, I'm back on the streets. She's like, oh. He said, you gonna hook me up with some of your friends? She looks at him and goes, I mean, for you, yeah, they gonna be happy. Girl, ew. What kind of friends you got? And they know Aries? Okay. Well, if you knew somebody, why did you put Jasmine through 79 weeks of torture? Y'all could have put him with one of y'all people. Why did y'all release him to Jasmine? I don't like that. Y'all should have kept him chained up in there with y'all. Don't release him to somebody with some sense. So there are volunteers needed, okay? Because he says that he wants to be matched. And she said, who do you want to be matched with? What are the criteria? He said, I don't care. Big or small, short or tall, slim or thick. Slim. Okay. So why didn't you like Jasmine? So I'm starting to think that it was because she wasn't a freak like you wanted her to be. Because she didn't pretend to be Adina Howard, then you didn't want to lay down. She didn't want to lay down with you on the honeymoon. You completely friend zoned her. Because if you want big or small, short or tall, or whatever it is, then I don't understand why you couldn't make it work with Jasmine. And just like Aunt Pat said, it's because you don't want to be married and you are playing in people's face and you're pretending like you wanted to go through with this whole experience and you really didn't. Talk about, I mean, I'm not picky. He said, this is the part that really got me. And I was like, you are so yucky. She asked the age range. He said, no older than 2 or 3 years than me. And I'll go 8 years younger than me. He said, or, late 20s. Sir, if you go over there and get somebody in their damn 20s and you are 40 years old, because at the time that this is airing, we are the same age. Okay. We see each other. There is no way. that I would get a 20-year-old for anything. Not even to change my light bulb, because I don't want you to get I don't want you to get no ideas. Why would you tell her you would date somebody in their late 20s? It was just creepy and gross. I was like, ew. And girl, not for the fact that you finna sit here and match him with an actual human being. He'd be better off with Duchess. In the next scene, Chris and Nicole, they're perfect and they're happy and they know it's to clap your hands. So she comes home because she has been living at his place because, as she told Kirsten, he has the big bed. So she's over there living with him. She comes there every day, packs an overnight bag. When she greets him, the dogs are jumping up. It's all good. So Chris tells her, listen, I have the lease. So now we're going to move together. She's like, oh, do I need my lawyers to look over it? She's just playing a little bit. He's like, no. So they sit down to have a conversation. She said, well, I want to talk about us getting a joint bank account. He said, well, I could pay for it and then you could just Zelle me. Cashapp or Zelle? She said, oh, should I write you a check? Nicole, Chris don't want nothing joint, honey. He knows that lease is going to expire in a year. People will move with you real quick. A man will shack up with you real quick. This man told you can even send it by Bitcoin. Just please don't put your name on any account that is his. Okay, he's not for it. So you can Zelle him the money and he'll pay the rent. Not 50-50. Oh, child. We'll be here all night. Okay? Nicole, that's not a good sign. Now, I know that y'all are currently together today's date. Okay, I got a little inside information. But I don't know if things have changed. But him saying he's going to pay it and you pay him back? No. I'm telling you, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a hell no. Because what is really going on? So let's move on from there. So they sitting there, they're eating. All the dogs are looking, hoping a French fry falls on the floor. And I'm like, this is disgusting. Please back up away from the table. One of them is slobbering all over Nicole's drink. I was like, ugh, this is just nasty, honey. Just nasty. In the next scene, all the people get together because it's time to discuss what they said on decision day. So Nicole takes the reins because, she thinks she's the resident expert. And she's like, so, what's been going on with you guys since the camera stopped rolling? Well, we know what's been going on with McKinley because he will not stay away. So he's like, well, I've been dating. She said, well, why don't I vet your potential dates? We don't need you to do any of that. We're good. He is so creepy to me. I do not like McKinley. I do not like him because I don't like the way that he was being sneaky and slimy when it comes to Clint. He is not my type of guy. And I also agreed back in the day with Dom about him not having his own place. Now, she was Aggie AF because at least he was trying, and she was just making excuses because she wanted to go out and drink, party, and pass out. But I am not a McKinley fan. So then they asked Dom, what's been going on with you? She said, well, I got a new dog. His name is Bo, and he's all the love that I need. So child is Catfish and Bo. So when she said that, here comes McKinley. She got a dog, typical Dom, and she works a 9 to 5. She likes to go out and party. What business is that of yours? And if we go by your logic, none of us will have dogs. We all have to work. We all want to do excursions. We all want to go out and live life. That doesn't mean you can't have an animal. You're just mad because she divorced you before it was time to divorce you. Boy, goodbye. Moving forward. So then they're asking everyone, how did they say yes or no during decision day? Eris is like, no, I'm back on the streets. And that's just that on that. I'm back on the streets. So then Jasmine is like, because we're good friends and we have such a good foundation. Jasmine, I don't want to hear it. Y'all's foundation is just as rocky and as shaky as I don't know what. Whoever your home builder is, honey, I would not want to use him because that foundation, if it's inspected, it's going to have so many cracks you're not going to be able to move in, honey. And why are you sitting next to him? The process is over. Don't even sit next to him, girl. You'll be giving him too much. Anyway. So then they asked Gina, and, she's so happy on the inside. She's like, we're very amicable and everything's good. And, we just decided against it. That's just what we're doing, girl. Anyway. So then they moved on to Shaquille. So he looks at Kirsten and he goes, I just feel like in my heart that I made the right decision for me And I'm just truly sorry, about everything. But no, and I mean, she ain't even reached out to me. She hasn't even talked to me. Maybe one day we could be friends and maybe things can work out. What? Maybe things can work out. Y'all look at this death stare. Kirsten is me. This is exactly how I be looking at people when they say stuff that makes absolutely no sense. So she is looking at him like, shut up. You embarrassed me. I said yes and you said no. Now you want to sit here and have a conversation with me? Kirsten said, well, no, I don't do that. When I'm done with somebody, I'm done with them. I don't talk to them. I don't go around them. I don't do any of that. And I'm thinking to myself, why would she want to be friends with you? Why? So then Jasmine goes, well, is the door closed or is this like maybe later we'll get back together? The door is closed. Okay, I'm gonna let Denzel see you out. The door is closed. The damn door is closed, Jasmine. Why would you even ask that? See, this is why Eris be getting over on you because you ask questions like this. You know the door is closed. So, girl, anyway. So, baby, then this pissed me off. And then we're going to get into the comments. So, Dom is like, yeah, I don't really know you guys too well. So, I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle. I have to go. So I'll see y'all later. Okay, I got to go. Because, Dominique is like, I'm not going to sit around and hang around with y'all, child. I don't like the man that they put me with. I don't like y'all. I got to go home and get my dog that he said that I was going to neglect. So, I'm out of here. Deuces. So, as soon as her and her jean jacket hit the door, here go Nicole. Well, I mean, McKinley, since you and Gina seem to have things in common, I mean, you guys maybe a date, maybe coffee. Nicole, why would you say that? Why would you even say, and look at him being weird. Why would you even say that? That is so insensitive to Clint. That is disrespectful. He's right there. The ink is not even dry yet. Like, why would you do that? And Eris in the confessional was like, we've all been hearing rumblings. The streets are talking. Baby, ain't no streets talking about y'all. We don't know none of this is going on. You mean y'all been talking? Nicole, why would you do that? That really made me mad. I was like, okay, Nicole, you have officially pissed me off. Now, I was giving Nicole grace all season, but I did not like that. Why would you do that? And so, Gina just over there looking. So maybe it could be a thing. And then I saw on the previews that she was like, yeah, when I saw you, I was like really just looking at you. I kind of was looking at you. Uh-huh. And that's why you were treating Clint the way that you were treating him. And that is why Dom treated you the way she treated you, McKinley. And they're like, well, maybe he could be married at second sight. Meanwhile, Clint is in the confessional like, well, whoa, I didn't see that coming. We know, Clint. We know. And that was the end of the episode. I cannot believe Nicole came out of her mouth and said, well, I mean, what about you guys? Maybe coffee? That is so disrespectful. When I tell y'all I was cussing, when I looked at that screen, I said, Nicole, how dare you? How dare you say that in front of him like that? Like, have some respect. Because she would have fell out of her seat if somebody would have looked at Chris, if they didn't make it, if somebody were to look at Chris and say, well, I mean, you and Dom, Chris, what do you think? Oh my gosh. She would have ran out crying, losing it, having a fit. Like, y'all just act like Clint is not even there. I don't like that. Let me tell you something I mean. I don't like people to be mistreated. And the way that you did this, it was really a slap in his face. Girl, like, not you trying to play matchmaker and play the experts. Anyway, now on to the comments. Let me see what y'all got to say, honey. And that was pretty much it, y'all. I did the best I could do. I tried to zhuzh it up. Entrepreneurs' lifestyles are funded by 9-to-5 workers. People who look down on 9-to-5, especially Black people, should sit in a corner with a dunce cap, ignoring the fact that it used to be worse. Wait a minute, somebody was looking down on people who work 9-to-5? Justica said he thinks everyone should sit around and sell pounds of, okay, Mary Jane. The writings on my heart said Nicole was so rude for asking that dumb stuff with Clint there. Girl, when she asked that, and she was very serious too, and he was just eating it up. Just look at him. He is so grimy and slimy to me, honey. I know some people like him, but I don't. And I do not blame Dom for everything that she did and getting rid of him. KDH said, "Hi there, not a Kirsten fan here. Notice when she was talking to the friend, she never said she missed Shaquille. She said she can't believe she's not married. She don't care about that man. Laugh out loud. Oh no, I know she don't. I think she just didn't want to be embarrassed on camera. And I said, I said that in the beginning of the review. I said they are equally not yoked. They are unequally yoked, and they shouldn't be together. And also, when he was telling her that it was a no on decision day, and she was sitting there looking at him like, I should just slap you. She was pissed. I was pissed that he was crying. I'm like, your eyes are wet for what? And did y'all hear what she said at the end when they were all talking about what they chose on decision day? She said, well, I'm just going to let him live in his truth and be happy. I said, not living his truth. What that's supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Hey, Debbie. Exactly. Nicole was nasty on the after party. Nicole says she did nothing wrong, but even Eris thought it was wrong. Not Eris being a moral compass. I didn't watch the after party. So she didn't think that that was wrong. Baby, those tables always turn. All books said, how was McKinley talking about Dom and her dogs when McKinley doesn't even have his dogs with him? They're in a whole other state. Exactly. And he keeps using the excuse, well, I'm waiting to put down roots. You are not about to put down roots in that 45,000 square foot home. Let's just look at this home that McKinley was playing in our face and making us believe that he was going to actually purchase. And then had Kirsten waste her FaceTime minutes. Honey, I know it's not FaceTime minutes, but I'm just saying to play with him. He is nuts. So you want us to believe that you decided that you were going to get this home after not wanting to get any place before Married at First Sight. You are a bachelor. Go to Clint, okay, because you, him, and Gina, your new woman, y'all can all be neighbors. Go to Clint and ask if there are any available one bedrooms. But do not try to play me and make me believe that you're about to purchase this home. Get out of here. He was all in the backyard like, yeah, I mean, I could get used to the pool life. Well, you must go into the community pool, honey. You're going to go to the pool in them apartments because you are not about to purchase this home. So get out of here. Just Tika says she originally even said she isn't going to apologize to Clint either. Did she? Oh, okay. I have a newfound disrespect for Nicole. You know what I'm saying, J-Dub? The FaceTime minutes. The FaceTime minutes. Using up Kirsten's FaceTime minutes to play in her face, child. Lenise said she basically said Clint will be all right. So nasty and so rude in my Nene voice. Oh, Clint will be all right. Okay. Wait till we get down to that reunion. Nicole, I got a few choice words for you. Hey, Sean, that's probably that $2.9 million home Kirsten wanted Shanks. Well, listen, if he purchased it, then maybe he can get over there with Kirsten. Oh, child, this is a mess. Trini said, Chris and McKinley are promoting Kirsten as a realtor. Do you think that she is really selling this house? No, I don't think she's selling this house. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought this up, Trini. The thing is, this entire season is all a facade. Let's run it down. Kirsten ain't a bit more selling them houses than the man in the moon. She did not live, to me, in said apartment. She had a keychain with her friends on it. All of a sudden, Eris has a roommate, but the initial meeting, he was in his mom's house. Like, what is really going on? Jasmine is back at her parents' home, but she was honest. She told us that she lived with her parents. Shaquille has been playing in our face, ready to get back down to the mentees, playing with Kirsten, rubbing sandpaper paint all over her arms. They went to Pound Town. Gina thinks that Clint is bizarre, and I think this entire season is bizarre. Oh, and I wanted to point this out. Shaquille goes down to the gym to play, because I don't know what he's doing. Talking about, yeah, I got to get back to myself because I really feel like I didn't get to do my stuff and I didn't get to work out when I was with Kirsten. That woman was not stopping you from working out. As a matter of fact, she probably would have embraced you working out and wanted to join you. Like, what? You just say anything. Like, get out of here. You just say anything. Chic Socialite said the friend saying the house was a little over budget. We all knew Mac was a damn. Baby, when she looked at it, I said, friend, You're supposed to lie. You brought the wrong friend, McKinley. She said, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit over his budget. It's a little bit over his bedroom range, too. You do not need 45 bedrooms for one body. You don't need 17 toilets for one body. You don't need it, honey. You don't need it. This don't make no sense. Carol said when Nicole suggested Gina and McKinley go out, Chris should have checked her about that because Nicole was totally out of line. But you know he not. You know Chris is not going to check nothing. But I think Chris might wear a little bit more of the pants than we assume. Because Chris said, no, ain't going to be no joint accounts. And we will move when I say we will move. Because, yeah, he is not for it. Chauncey said Shaq wanted to blame everything on her. Yes, he was like, I just don't feel supported. And as a man, I don't feel like I can live up to your expectations. Shaquille, you took any excuse from what you guys were doing to say no to her on decision day. Granted, the two of you were not a match, but the excuses that you were giving, it gave absolutely nothing. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. She didn't want to be with Shaquille. She just wanted to be married. And y'all remember during my reviews, I would say to y'all, look at Kirsten dressing up like a wife. You know how they would put on those things, like they would dress alike and they would color coordinate and she would bake cookies when people would come over. She wants the picture of marriage, but she didn't really want that marriage. I'm not going to say she didn't want him, whatever, or a marriage period, but she did not want that. Lucy said, Mac is pathetic, thirsty to get back on the show. Lucy, are you me or am I you? Because I swear I said the exact same thing as I was watching. I said, he is such a loser. Not you trying to get on here by any means necessary. One thing that I can respect about Dom is when she was done with the show, she was done with the show. Now she is going to be back kissing up in Clint's mouth. But I mean, it's all fair in love and war at this point. Because if you're going out with Gina, then I might as well go out with Dom. And did y'all hear Dom say she was going to be on a FaceTime or a date or something like that with Gil? I was like, what is this? Y'all just doing any old thing, honey. And I do mean any old thing. Sharon said, McKinley and Nicole are both weird, so maybe they will do good together. Nicole was out of line. Her and Chris won't be together too long. Not with them shenanigans. Like, what? J-Dub, you're right. He said Kirsten wanted a masculine man. She did. Hi, Coco Bang Bang. Hey, girl. He wants a woman who will treat him like his mom. Yeah, and you know what? That mama probably told him, I don't like that girl. Because I could see the mama telling him, listen, I had a conversation with Kirsten. She's not supporting you like I think she should. I don't like her. It's a no for me. And I really think that's a part of the reason as well that he decided to say no. And he said something about we're from two different worlds or we're from two different sides of the track. He made mention to something like that. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, is he saying because Kirsten's family is not as close as his family that there's something wrong with that? Because everybody's family is not close. So get out of here. SRM 808, boom like an 808. He said, oh my God, when he said I felt unsupported again, I literally yelled at my screen. That damn business trip was the nail in the coffin. He ain't been right since. He ain't been right since. When she did not go down to wherever he was going, he has not been the same since. Like, let it go. My God. Sweet lady said, honestly, I think Shaquille likes me and he's very feminine to me. I finally heard that voice y'all were talking about this episode. I said, oh, that's what they talking about. Because I swear to y'all, I have never heard anything in his voice that made me go, nails on a chalkboard. It just didn't. But when he stood there and then he got in that confessional, child, and he moved himself from side to side, he said, I just don't think that we were going to be able to be forever. I said, oh, forever, ever, forever, ever. Baby, you did not want her. And the experts were so flabbergasted. They could not believe that he didn't want Kirsten. But I think what they were basing it on is aesthetics. Pastor Cal really believes that this man will never find anybody as fine as Kirsten ever again in his life. And I'm just like, Pastor Cal, you always talking about some looks and some sex, child. I'm going to start calling you Pastor such and such. Because what church are you preaching out of? What is it? Lovely Shay said, Nicole saying what she said is probably what pushed Clint to hook up with Dom. I think so too. Angel, thank you for the super chat. Listen, Shaq in that cross color suit said no because as beautiful as Kirsten is, in my opinion, she is not what he truly wanted. I agree. Elite Leo said, I don't know how you didn't hear that voice from day one. Let me tell y'all something. I had tunnel vision, y'all. I was just trying to make it through. I was pulling an Eris on this season. I was just there so I didn't get fined. I don't even know. I don't know what went on, y'all. I was just there so y'all wouldn't rip me apart on Thursday morning. Like, okay, Misha, now I know you don't want to watch it, but you're going to have to because we done came over here and subscribed for you to watch this show. So you need to watch this show. I did not listen to that man's voice. I'm telling y'all, half the time I was getting a refreshing beverage. Okay. Always Coca-Cola. Honey, when they going to listen, Coca-Cola, when y'all going to sponsor me? I'll take you or JamesAllen.com. www.jamesallen.com. Listen, we could really work together. Now, I'm being super serious. Now, I have been reviewing Married at First Sight, and I could send some people over there to get engaged and whatnot. Anywho, I'm just going to keep speaking it into existence, child, because I just don't know. Lucy said, even when he said we consummated our marriage, goodbye. Or when he twerked. I cannot. I'm moving on. Not when they consummated our marriage. I really try so hard. Y'all do not have no sense. Y'all do not have no sense. And when people watch this back, they gonna blame me. Oh my goodness, y'all crazy. Debbie said on the after party, Shaquille said it didn't occur to him to keep trying after decision day. He thought he had to be sure it would work. He's so crazy. And then had enough nerve to say, I hope she's not mad. I hope she's not upset. What? I will be pissed. Listen, the exact reaction that Kirsten gave is probably the reaction that I would have given because, God is not through with me yet. I still got a little petty in me. And I would have been pissed. So don't come over here and, oh, child, wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to get Lucy's comment out of my mind. Y'all just say anything. Oh, and I love it, honey. When I tell y'all I love it, oh, baby, this chat is a mess. This chat is really a mess, okay? It is really a fool. And I love every second of it, okay? Welcome to the Opinionated Channel, child. Let me put my banner up. Y'all always do something to make me put my banner up. Welcome to the Opinionated Channel. All views expressed are opinions and alleged. If you would like to support my channel, Cashapp $MEASHAIMO. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join the Patreon, it is www.patreon.com/MEASHAIMO. And there are 951 of you on this live. Listen, can we please get to like 600 likes? I ain't gonna even say 951 because everybody might not like the live. But if you don't like the live, at least you like the chat. The chat is, y'all are my co-host. So if I'm lacking a little bit, then y'all will pick it up. So please like the live, okay? This is good to me. Erica Living Life said, I think he and Justin are on the same level as far as a relationship goes. Baby, Justin got him a good old woman. Y'all seen her? Baby got him a good old lady, honey. Be still taking pictures of them turtlenecks and them big shoes. I'll just be like, hey, Justin, looking good. Looking good. Just Tika, thank you for the super chat. Airhead said Jasmine knows why she wasn't for him. What is that supposed to mean? Did he say that on the after party? Okay, I'm about to watch that as soon as I get done. Sister Girl Speak said on the after party, Eris indicated he told Jasmine at 2 a.m. one night why he wasn't attracted to her, but didn't want to reveal it. Oh, okay. See, that's why you got to watch that after party. It threw me off because I didn't see Keisha. I'm a creature of habit. I like routine. So when I saw that it wasn't the same, I'm like, let me just, child, I ain't got time. Chantel said, I heard that sweetness in his voice when he said they consummated their marriage. I couldn't unhear it. It sounded like a toddler to me. Kirsten and I consummated our marriage. Oh, Kirsten and I are getting a divorce. Boy, goodbye. Nicole should have hooked up Jose with Shaq. Not Jose. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, Jose is on a dating site. Y'all will not believe how many people be on them dating sites, getting ready to be swiped left and right and whatnot. They all on the Tinder. S. Elliott says Shaq is too educated to keep saying like every other word. Yeah, he does say like. Mm-hmm. He does. He says it very often. Tanya, thank you for the super sticker. Mocha said, oh, hold on. That conversation with the friend was telling also. He's from Baton Rouge, and the NO guys out here that spicy talk like him, especially when they're in their comfort zone. I don't think I even listened to it too good. I just knew he was talking and he had already pissed me off. And I'm like, boy, get that one box and get out of here. Kirsten and I already flipped you the bird, so just follow suit and get on. This house is giving Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm just waiting for Jazz to get tossed out. Ah! It sure is. It is giving in West Philadelphia. Born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out back and relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. You are absolutely right. It is definitely giving Fresh Prince in them. See, that's why I love y'all, because y'all be paying attention to everything. Y'all give a whole lot of detail. Day S said, a man being effeminate doesn't necessarily mean gay, but I can't take any chances. Absolutely, it doesn't mean that. Curious Jojo said, did you know it's free to like the live? Thank you, Jojo. Yes, it is free. It is a free way to support the channel. I'm not asking y'all for nothing, okay? I barely be asking for the likes. But now that it's getting real out here in these YouTube streets, I gotta ask y'all to like. So if you don't mind, okay. Debbie said, was it Shaq and Kirsten that consummated the marriage, or was it Elmer Fudd and Kirsten? It was him. It was the court jester. T. Williams said, whose house is this? I didn't watch the show, only your reviews. Oh, okay, T. Williams. So this is McKinley's pretend home that he's viewing because he's pretending like he's going to actually purchase. Now, mind you, McKinley is a single bachelor. He don't even have his dogs with him in the same state. But McKinley wanted us to believe that this home on this screen in front of you is a home that he would like to purchase. Get out of here. And his friend is just as crazy as he is, because I would have told him, listen, I'm not going out there with you. I'm not going out there with you. You will not embarrass me. Okay, now we can play on the phone. We can play offline. We can play hopscotch in the middle of the street. But I'm not going to that house and be filmed with you playing at that house. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. So call me when you get through filming. Like, what? Shay said Shaq is not educated at all. He has the worst grammar ever. He can't even make his subject and verb agree. Oh, baby, not the subject and verb. We got to have a subject-verb agreement, okay, and a predicate. I can't stand listening to him talk, and he is supposed to be getting a doctorate degree. Oh, they passing him out. After the Panini, honey, I was going to say the word, child. I don't want them to demonetize my video. After the Panini, they just handed them out. If you go between the hours 8 a.m. and 12 p.m., you too shall get a doctorate. No, I'm just kidding. It's hard work. It really is. It's really hard work, y'all. Hey, Olga. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, Olga. Monique said, come on, subject verb agreement. Okay. Listen, come on with the education in the chat. Tika, get out of my head. Get out of my head. I'm going to leave this comment up here. Y'all can read it. And we're moving on. Sandra said, in his field, he might not want to live his real lifestyle. I don't know. What is his field? Nubian said, it's giving fake. It is. Tammy said, it's actually a 2-family, I think. He might get one. Not you helping him create generational wealth. I'm going to stay on side A. You can stay on side B. No, that whole house was for him. Did y'all see that backyard? Oh, child. Mimi said the owners had just left that house because there was water on the ground by the pool. They were like, listen, y'all can film here, but we're gonna leave for a few minutes and we'll be back. Child, this is crazy. Patricia said, Misha, I can't even get into bed to listen to you. My husband is watching the game and listening to you have me rolling on the floor, falling out the bed. Oh, baby, please don't fall out the bed. Then the husband gonna be coming over here trying to get my super chats because we got to send you to the hospital. We gotta sing it. Or as my grandmother would say, hospital. We gotta sing it to the hospital. Kia said that's probably why Shaq didn't pass his class. Why? Because he wanted Kirsten to come down there with him. Alexis said, I was uncomfortable seeing Shaq in a cutoff shirt. You can go to the gym once a year, sir. Child, I wasn't even paying no attention. When I saw he was pretending up in there, talking about Kirsten wouldn't let me go, I was like, okay, let me move on. Let me go get something to eat, child. I don't have time. J Dub said, Shaq didn't pass because he was having late night Wednesday pool. J Dub, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, good night. I think that McKinley's friend's house, I think that's McKinley's friend's house he is pretending to buy. Hence the reason why they didn't go in the basement, because you might see his things there. I don't think that was his friend's house. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of house. It's just open. She's made it's open. You can go on in. Yeah, because it's for filming purposes only. I rolled my eyes at least 7 times during this episode. It was just so annoying. Thank you, Deanna. That's exactly what I think. Shaq was giving narcissistic. He really was. She sure was, Tika, because y'all remember when she was playing with them weights and I was saying 1, 2. She was playing in that gym when that mama called her. She was pretending to play with them weights and the mama FaceTimed her and she was like, have you talked to Shaq? She's like, now you know I done talked to Shaquille. Oh, baby, not his full government name. She was going to the gym. Shaquille didn't want that woman. Any excuse. Not Pastor Cal was crying. He was, listen, Pastor Cal wanted to go get Kirsten. He was like, how could you let her slip away? You ain't never gonna get nothing that fine. And I was sitting there thinking when they were all at the table, oh, y'all ready to do some swapping. Because Eris, you done looked at Kirsten a few times and you ain't fooling me. I'm like, Jasmine, you still sitting over there next to him? Ugh. There is no way I would sit next to him. Absolutely not. AKA, I'm gonna have to call him Pastor such and such. Because I mean, what? What are you even saying? Meredith said, reality TV has gone down the gutter. These producers aren't even trying and assume their audience will accept any old programming. They really do. And the fact that Married at First Sight literally takes up an entire channel for the entire night. If I don't watch Married at First Sight at 7, let's just say my DVR is not DVRing. If I don't watch Married at First Sight at 7, it will come back on at 9. It will come back on at 12. It will come back on at 2. One time I fell asleep with the TV on Lifetime, woke up and married. It's all or nothing. I said, now why are they still singing that? I had to look. I said, I cannot believe these people are playing this on repeat. What are y'all even doing? Enough is enough. We do need better content from the housewives down to the Married at First Sight. We really do. Oh, and also speaking of content, because we're gonna get off of here really, really quick. Speaking of content, I am watching Young, Rich, and African. I'm gonna watch the entire season, and like I did last season, I'm just gonna do like probably 2 lives or maybe 1 and split the season up like that instead of reviewing episode after episode after episode. It's too tedious. So I'm just gonna do 1 big live and we can get together and we can discuss it. Because I know a lot of you have been waiting for us to get into Young, Rich, and African. And we are going to get into it because I heard season 2 is so good. Also, Saturday night, do I have anything to do? Saturday night, I want to get together and discuss the Danae interview. Okay, I know y'all have seen, or you may have not, Danae Jackson, Derek Jackson's former, soon-to-be ex-wife. She did a 2-part interview on the Dear Future Wifey podcast. I think that's what it's called, over on the YouTube. And yeah, I think we need to discuss it. Oh, and also if you're on Patreon, part 2 just released today. So I will have that up for y'all. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, which is why I can't play all over here on this YouTube all night. But after I come back from the doctor's appointment, y'all know what? Speaking of doctor's appointment, why everything got to be going on when you get older? Like, why I got to go to so many doctor's appointments? Honey, I turned 40 and I got a doctor's appointment every other Monday. I'm like, not a standing appointment, honey. I'm sick of this. This is crazy. Okay, so anyway, hold on. Let me go back. That's just a side note. P. Brown said, Dr. P and the pastor ought to get the boot. They don't ask the right questions. I wish they would let me help to choose the couples. They need to let somebody help. They really do. And I know they want to hang on to this show, but they didn't have one match this season. Nicole and Chris, okay. Every single couple said no. Has that ever happened before? I'm like, what? Shamiriel said, Misha, did you peep the removal of the glasses? Calvin was over. Oh, baby, when he removed them glasses and leaned back, because you know he gonna lean, he gonna wipe his face a little bit. I said, look at Calvin. Calvin is pissed. Okay, Shaquille, you blew it. He was so mad at Shaquille when the two of them looked at each other. Dr. Pepper said, I'm so confused. I am shocked. Pastor Cal didn't hold his tongue either. He said he ain't gonna get nobody better than that. I said, well, dang, do you like her? I did not, he's not gonna get nobody better than that. Woohoo, young, rich, and African. Danae's interview is definitely worth discussing. So proud of her. Me too. I am so proud of her. I really am. Elite said, Shaq has a dented forehead, a burnt chest, unfortunately, from the accident. However, he has the nerve to be picky while sounding how he does, not masculine, and a couple of unpleasant physical aesthetics. Oh, he is definitely picky. He think because he put on them suits and them bow ties, honey, we supposed to just accept any old thing. Boy, goodbye. Goodbye and good night. Hey, Samaria, I'm proud of Danae too, but I'm still mad that she cursed all of us and she was losing her mind. See, that's why we got to get together Saturday. I'm going to give y'all some of my life stories, and I'm going to tell y'all why Danae was doing that. And I even said that over on the Patreon when I reviewed. I was doing like a breakdown of her from the beginning of when she met him to what she was doing on social media. He was running her crazy. Let me just give y'all this real quick, and then we're going to get on up off of here. When I was in the relationship with my soon-to-be ex, he was driving me so crazy, cheating on me at every turn. My self-esteem was so in the gutter. I wasn't combing my hair. I didn't want to do any. I was going crazy. If I didn't have my son to save my life, I would have ran away. I wanted to one day get in my car and drive to the edge of the earth. That's how bad he was running me crazy. He had manipulated me into some things that I never thought that I would think and or feel. So when she did that, I said, he's running her crazy. She is legit losing her damn mind. She didn't want to comb her hair. I've been there. And listening to her on that interview, I said, girl, I had already called it a long time ago. I knew exactly what she was going through. I already knew it. But to see that she actually has a personality, she's actually a little bit witty. I mean, I just applaud her because, yeah, you know, I could get mad, but I knew she wasn't in her right mind. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody paying you no attention. Ain't nobody paying you no attention. Girl, you ain't finna throw nothing upon me because I ain't listening. Rashad, thank you for the super chat. Misha, off topic, but Mario from Ready to Love season 2 was in the audience for Paternity Court episode, Man Mooched Off Woman and Cheated on His Girlfriend. Oh, let me tell y'all something about court shows. They ain't real. They pay you because remember I was telling y'all how I really wanted to be in entertainment, but then I realized I would rather be rich than famous. At first, I wanted to be famous and rich, and I would audition for reality shows all the time. I even had an agent. So my agent would send me casting calls. So one day he sends over this thing from Judge, I think it might have been Judge Joe Brown. It was one of the male judges. They were willing to pay you $500 to sit in the audience. That was for a full day. Now, if you sat in the audience for a half a day, it's $250. Those are paid gigs. Those people sit in those audiences because they're getting paid. Like, it's crazy. Journey with Jaleisha said, at Von G, I agree with you because I don't think they consummated that marriage. Y'all don't think they consummated it? Tika, girl, me and you are now officially best friends. When I tell you this is my thought, and she was so pretty too. I said, Eric showed cheese and awful hard with Cheese's girlfriend. And she awful friendly, talking about, well, my friends, for you, yeah, my friends, they gonna like you. Okay, because my friend, I'm like, what? What is going on here? Sit down, ma'am. Cheese, come get your girlfriend. Honey, it's looking like something ain't right. Thank you, Natalie. Yes, y'all like the chat, y'all. There are 977 of you on this random Thursday night live to discuss Decision Day Part 2. We have made it to the end of the road. Thank y'all for joining me. I have a doctor's appointment real early, like 8 a.m., honey. Like, ooh, I gotta fight Houston traffic to get somewhere at 8 a.m. The nerve of them. I'm like, I got a live. I wanted to tell a lady, ma'am, I can't be here at 8. I have a live the night before. She probably was gonna be like, ma'am, do you want this appointment or not? Okay. Talking about you got a live. Anyway, girl. Not Judge Mathis. You sit for hella shows and all they give you is snacks. Is it? No, this I forgot what judge it was, but the judge had his show in Houston. It was downtown Houston. And they were paying you to come and sit in the audience. It's a paid gig. See, Alyssa said divorce court cast get 400. Mm-hmm. They shot it, J-Dub, exactly. They did. We don't give a damn. Girl, we don't care nothing about you having no live the night before. Do you want to stay alive? Then you need to come to this appointment at 8 a.m. And that's just that on that. Anywho, y'all, I love hanging out with y'all, especially on a Thursday night, to discuss all the foolishness that is Married at First Sight. Listen, we're going to wrap this live up. Meet me back here Saturday. I'm going to do the thumbnail immediately after this live so that I can't back out of it because y'all know how I beat y'all. On a Saturday, I'll be like, you know what? Never mind. But we really do need to discuss it. So we're going to get together, talk about the Danae Jackson interview, and just talk in general. So I'm going to do that on Saturday. Young, Rich, and African is coming. Also, I am back on Tyler Perry's Sisters. We're going to get back into that because, I missed my girls. My girls hold me down. Them boys mess around. So we're going to get back into that. That's coming back on the 31st. Please look out for my reviews for Put a Ring on It, Reunion Part 1. I know y'all hate Put a Ring on It. Them numbers suck. But still, please watch it for me. Put a Ring on It. And also, the Bell Collective will be on Friday. Saturday is the live. Sunday is Real Housewives of Atlanta. Monday, moving into Tuesday, is Martha's Vineyard. Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Tuesday is Couples Retreat. And then we're back again. Now, I don't think I'm going to review these episodes in between the reunion. If something strikes me, then I'll do a live. But if it's nothing interesting, I'm not going to talk about it. So we'll just see. Maybe another live next Thursday if it gets good because, they kissing and whatnot. But I don't know because I feel like, why did y'all make us wait the entire season to see Dom and Clint kiss each other when y'all showed us that the first episode? Like, why would you do that? We've been through all of this to get this at the bitter end. Anyway, on Wednesday night, I'm going to reclaim my time. Y'all do something fun with your Wednesday nights. Hang out with somebody or something. Yes, and hit the like button on your way out. Thank y'all for joining me. I will catch y'all on the flip side. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. Night, night, y'all. Thank you for the Cash App and the Super Chat.